fellow agents, time to hunt those nickels. So in part one, we took those customer rep nickels, went through them, found those. It's time to go through the bank rep ones. So let's go ahead and open this box up. So you can see that it's a sealed box. There we go. There we go. All right. Definitely got circulated nickels. So let's get into this hunt. Bring it back in when I find something. Hey everybody. Look what we found. A very slick buffalo. Can't make out a date on it. I'll probably nick a date it just to see what it is. But it's a very slick buffalo nickel. And we're only about 4 rows in. Hopefully that's a sign. I'll bring you back in. Thought I'd bring you back in. So we're about 3, 4, 6, 7, 8 rows in. I just flattened this out. And notice if there's a really old one, or at least it looks like it, right here by the top edge. It's an estimate war nickel. We have silver in the box. 1945. Bingo was his name-o. 1945, a buffalo and a war nickel in this box. We're not through the first row. You know, we found a lot of 45s, a lot of 40s, a lot of 50s in the other box, which was a very good box, but you can't beat when you find buffaloes and war nickels. And that's the main thing. All right, let's get back to the hunt. Maybe there's some more goodies. All right, guys, thought I'd bring you in. We found a 1943 war nickel. Flip it over, let's see what mint. It's a Philadelphia. That makes 2 war nickels on the plate. So, back to the hunt. Bring you back in when I find some. Hello, temporal agents. Well, that was a pretty fun hunt. So, the wrap up, we got this nice buffalo nickel that I found with no date on it. Pretty slick. We found 2 war nickels. One in 1945 and another one's in 1943. One's in a S mint. And the other one is a P mint. We found 9 40s total, including the 2 war nickels. We found 8 in the 50s. None of them are key dates, semi-key dates, or overmint marked. I checked for all those. So we had 8 in the 50s. We had 2 foreigns in the box from the Republic of Costa Rica, a 5 cent, or 5 colonies. Pretty cool, don't have one of those. Found 1 Canadian, a shining 2008 beaver cent. We found 168S mint nickel, 2 1970S nickels, and this very, very shiny and very good shape 1965 nickel, which I'm going to keep since it's in such great condition. Don't know if it's been cleaned or not, but it is definitely in very good shape. So I'm going to keep that one. So looking back at the 2 battle boxes, obviously, you know, you can't compete with buffaloes and war nickels. So obviously the bank wrapped rolls won. But when you get into the volume, we found a lot more. We found 1340s last time, 1750s, 239s. So volume wise, we found a lot more in the customer wrapped rolls. Quality wise, we found a lot more in the bank wrapped rolls. Well, guys, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and try to see if I can liquidate this. And I'll bring you back in whether I can get a date off of it or not. All right? Be with you in a bit. Couldn't pull a date off of that. It's just too slick. I tried liquidating it, but nothing's coming up at all. Oh well, still Buffalo. Pretty slick, but it's nice to have one. Even if it is the slicker. Still got 2 more nickels though. Pretty cool. So, I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to go through here and find another date for us to go back in time in. And we'll be right back. Here is 1943. What happened in 1943? Major news stories included Allied forces take back North Africa. Italy surrenders to Allied forces. Dam burster raised in Germany's dams. Warsaw Jewish ghetto uprising. U.S. General Dwight D. Eisenhower becomes the Supreme Allied Commander. British and American bombs Hamburg, causing firestorm. And the Glenn Miller Orchestra was popular with many hits. So what was the cost of living in 1943? Average cost of a new house was $3,600. Average wage per year is $2,000. Cost of a gallon of gas would take you 3 of these, so 15 cents. Average cost of rent, $40 a month. Bottle of Coca-Cola, 5 cents. Average price of a new car, $900. Let's see, World War II was going on, 1943. The Pentagon, considered to be the world's largest office building, was completed. In the United States, it is announced that shoe rationing, canned food, meat, cheese, butter, and cooking oils will go into effect. The United States and the United Kingdom met to discuss the future invasion of France in World War II. And future President Lieutenant JFK, John F. Kennedy, commands the PT-109, is sunk by a Japanese destroyer. Let's see, anything else that was of note to everyone? United States, steel 1 cent coin. The U.S. Mint begins producing the 1 cent coin in steel due to copper shortage during World War II. Copper was beginning used to create the ammunition and many other military items. They were produced at the Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco mints. The pennies had the same design as the copper penny, which was introduced in 1909. The steel pennies were made with low-grade steel coated with zinc. They had previously been made with a 95% copper-based bronze. There were about 40 copper pennies that were created by accident in 1943, which had become one of the most valuable and sought-out coins by all of us. If you can find one of those 40, you will be a millionaire. The U.S. Mint switched back to creating copper pennies in 1944. The United States passed the Smith-Common Act, also known as the War Labor Dispute Act, over the veto of President Franklin D. Roosevelt during June. It allowed presidents to seize control of striking industries that could interfere with war production during World War II. It also banned labor unions from making federal campaign contributions. The legislation is a rushed reaction to a striking coal miners who had asked for a pay increase to combat inflation. The act was first used in 1944 when transit workers in Philadelphia went on strike after being ordered to hire African Americans as motormen. Roosevelt broke the strike by sending the U.S. Army to run the transit system and threaten the drafted strikers. The first All-American girl professional baseball team was created. Baseball team, excuse me, not basketball. The Jefferson Memorial was dedicated during April at Washington, D.C. And that's it for our jump back into time. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give me a thumbs up. Like, subscribe to my channel. I appreciate all your support. And as always, guys, happy hunting and good luck.